So, I had this crazy dream last night, and it brought me to this wonderful epiphany of a breakthrough that got me to talking. And I was getting ready to go into the gym, and so everything in me said, "No, make sure you get this out first before you go into the gym." And so you will learn that about my channel. It will be a ton of different ways that um, you will experience, downloads, because that's how it goes. Sometimes I can't wait to get it out, because then I kind of like lose the thought or the frequency or the energy necessarily behind it. And then some things are meant for me to just wait and sit on and bring to you, which could be a little bit more organized. So, oh yeah, and this is YouTube, so it has to be the long way. So, what I want to do like this, okay. What did I want to kind of like talk about? And excuse me, this again, I'm on my phone. So, what did I want to talk about? So, the dream had a lot of, well, your dreams always have subconscious things about it. And a lot of times, I use an app called DreamyBot, and I love it because the interpretation and the conversation that we are able to have, it brings things out, and it's very, very helpful for me to be able to like do it within this as I go on my journey, because there's things that I don't recognize that's happening subconsciously. And if I'm asking for assistance and help, and within our dreams, we get also answers, because we are able to roam and be free spiritually in the spiritual realm while we're sleeping. That within my waking and conscious self in this vessel of mine, I'm trying to figure out what is it that's necessarily holding me back. And so I have been cutting through a lot of layers and elevating and healing and elevating and healing, and then evolving with the information that I have been able to have. And so I am really, really appreciative of where I am on my journey. And this causes me to be very self aware. And so today's dream, like the dream about was so left, and I'm all like, no, that has nothing to do. But as I continue to keep talking, the pieces of what it was trying to expose, which it was exposing self sabotaging situations. And I started to realize there were, as I was like reading the response back, it was giving me understanding of incidents. It was giving me information. It was making me remember things that had happened in my life, significant moments of where people pleasing could have started to come in, um, self doubt of, even like there's a moment where I worked really, really hard, and then not having people that I care and love for show up for those things. And then the moment that they did was the moment that I like lost horribly. So it was a lot of different things that went into that moment. Wasn't so much just, I didn't win. It was more than just winning in that situation that did something to me subconsciously, that now I'm seeing that it's still having some type of effect, and I need to handle it. I did reach out to a really, really great hypnosis teacher that I had, and who's a colleague and an associate, and I still, interact with them. So I did reach out to them. I haven't heard back from them just yet. But even if so, I kind of know what I need to do, and making sure that I'm aware, because the individual that put in the hard work is still here, right? From back then, the person that was loving, laughing, and exploring who I was is still here. And so chronically, I'm getting to a particular age that seems like, whoa, that's unfitting. But in the spiritual realm, there is a level where I feel like maybe I'm in high school, of like understanding and breaking through and moving forward, and just who I am. So, especially with hearing how that dream and that interpretation and conversation that I had with the Dreamy Bot app. Well, right now it's a website. They're working on the app. The app is supposed to come out. It has not came out yet, by the way. I just want to say that, but it is called Dreamy Bot app. If you want to, I'll put a link in the caption below if you are interested in just trying it out. I enjoy it because I do tend to work through things myself. And what came about was like the subconscious of self-sabotaging and my self-worth. And because I was struggling within those two lanes, like granted, the suggestions that it was giving me is like, oh, you need to do, reframing and all these things. And I'm like, I have done all that. And I feel really, really great about myself. I love myself. I know what I have to offer. I love to help other individuals. I'm taking a risk in going about and doing those things. Yet that's not like what I discovered today. I'm all like, dang, I don't even think I was looking at that and it had been activated. It was like still running on, still running in the background. And I didn't realize that. Now that it's come forward, that it's running in the background, I can do something about it, right? I can start clearing out all the apps and I can say I no longer need that portion and then I can get rid of it. And that is what I am discovering that I have not discovering that I have the possibility to do, but I can have the intentions on this particular thing for my next breakthrough evolution and just who I am. Because it is time, right? It is definitely time to be able to break through this limiting, unknowingly, unintentional, limited belief that no longer is aligned. Now, at one time in life, it was useful, it was helpful. Now it no longer serves me. So I get the chance to be able to change what that is and what that looks like. And I'm excited to do that. So, and the way that I discovered that I wanted to have a hypnosis session was because that's just kind of what came. It gave me quite a few suggestions on different techniques that I can use. And I remember the first thing coming to mind, like, you are doing those things. There's something else that you need. And so even healers needs to be healed, right? And it's a cycle of things because no one is without need of someone else. And when you are changing your life, when you are bringing manifestations and different things to life, right? The universe, God, the energies will prepare you for it. Now, it will give it to you to some level so you can see that the possibilities are there. Yet, when it comes down to actually doing the things, like, it will give you moments, right? It's not really testing you. It's helping you to refine and to get to a space in an area of where you can do the things that you want to do. Right? So like for me, part of me not I started a podcast way back in 2019, 2020. No, 2020. It was 2020. And all the way up to now, I probably have 6 episodes. Me wanting to do a YouTube channel or going live. I have a lot of things in my photo gallery of videos and posts and different things that I have never posted. I posted as if I was posting to myself though, and I had never quite uploaded those things for other people to view because I was having this unconscious battle with self-sabotage. I have the information. I have the stuff. It doesn't matter if people like it or don't. It doesn't matter if it's all over the place. I could just post it, right? I created it. It was a download. I liked it. And I can just, And if nobody likes it, doesn't matter. At least it's out there. Somebody once told me one time, VP, I was talking to one day, and was fortunate to have this conversation. And I was asking them, I lost the thought. Like, even with how that started, it was a VP of a very big, very well known company, by the way, that I got a chance to have a conversation with. But it's not about the money, it's about how you feel. Oh, I know what I was trying to get at. He said, he always, part of his speech one day, and this wasn't necessarily when this is what made me get his number and schedule that call with him. But one of the things he said, if you never do it, you never know if you could. So he said everywhere he goes, because he was VP of sales, he was like, everywhere he goes, he asks about discounts and different things, because he says you never know what they have on the back end, right? But nonetheless, if you ask, there's a 50-50 chance of a yes and a no. If you never ask, it's 100% at the no and 0% at a yes. So you have to just put yourself out there. You have to allow for yourself to be able to explore. And you won't, and it is, the healing and everything is definitely a journey. It's not a destination, because things that I thought that I was able to have, I've dealt with and I'm past, I've moved on, I don't feel the same. There's other things also, so it deepens. So as I keep uncovering layers, right, I'm going down and getting down to the root of it all. And what I thought was a root was nothing merely but part of the stem that's connected to the root. That's going to get me to where I am trying to be. And then it's a much better state to be in. As I continue to go and grow within this world and continue to learn, I will still be able to understand and grow and heal. And then it may transform, and it allows for me to be able to help individuals like those that are watching this video and that still stay around. It helps me to help you, because I know firsthand of those things. So your hesitations, your I was doing great, now I'm not, and I'm not understanding. I can have a level of empathy, understanding, yet I have to continue to work through it to give you options and support you in listening to your spirit, because my spirit allowed for me to see some things that I needed to do, what would be freeing, what would be helpful. It helped me to see that. And now it's getting me to a place of, okay, now you can do this. Now you can do that, because I've learned and I understood. So a lot of times when you're on this channel and you hear me talking, I may use myself a lot as reference, because you are not alone. I totally understand. And just because I'm going through something doesn't mean that I can't help you, because it's easier said than done. I can tell you we can work through it together, right? Because at the end of the day, real talk, we're reflections of each other. So it's not unheard of what you're going through is a reflection of something either that I am necessarily dealing with in the past, in the present, or it may happen in the future. And because we are being exposed to each other, it's allowing for me to get the information. So if it was past or present, maybe it's helping me in real time figure it out, because I'm helping you figure it out on the back end. It's allowing for me to unlock the answers that I need for myself. And if it happens in the future, I have already had a moment of something similar like this, that I have built the understanding of what it is that I need to do going forward. That's why healers need healers, and it's a continuous cycle. So it doesn't mean that you are not a healer. It means that you are, and you're going through a cycle where you need to also help in your healing. So you have called on another healer to help you do so. And then vice versa, is helping the healer that's healing the healer. And it continues to go. So the teacher is the student is the teacher, the egg is the chicken is the egg. So it's a continuation of things to go. So that is what I came up with today in my dream. And I cried, I released. Crying is really, really good because it's a great way to release. I have both excitement and thrilled and fear and nervousness in my heart. They all are there in harmony, working with each other. Um, and as I discovered, even in my dream, about how I felt every time that I hit the softball field, I was the pitcher. Okay, undefeated for the most part, right? And you wouldn't believe the amount of fear that it was in me for whenever I threw a pitch. Like, I just didn't want, like, oh my gosh, I've gotten hit in my chest. I have gotten 8 stitches right here. But yet I still kept playing, still kept going, was undefeated, got a full scholarship to go to college to play. Yet here this thing now lingers of things that I never really fully dealt with. And that's why therapy, coaching, all those things matter. You know, Reiki, sound healing are great ways to also deal with the emotions, the energy that's in motion. It helps clears it, bring clarity. And then to do the actual work is you actually doing the things, or actually, you know, speaking it and getting it out and doing the journaling. It's different levels. You don't have to stick to one particular thing. You know, like working out, you know, working to stay healthy, you need to be able to still be physically active. Being physically active also means being able to do housework, work around, walk through the store, do those things. Are you capable? It doesn't quite mean can you pick up 100 pounds with one arm and walk with it. Now, working out with weights and different things is very helpful for your body to be able to function. Yet, if all you have is cans and baskets and gallons of water, you can definitely make those things work because those are still weights on a different level, right? In an unconventional way of weights. So those things can help you. So just putting that out there, putting those things, you know, gathering that information. I really just want to share that with you all. I really don't like to be on here for too long because I know myself as well, listening wise. I will tune you out at some point, and I don't want that to happen with us. So I just want to thank you for being and staying with me this whole entire time in this rare form. I will bring content in these different ways as it is seen fit for me to be able to bring to you, because that's what works for me and that's what's on my heart, and that's how the downloads come in. I look forward to seeing you all again. Leave me comments, put questions. Feel free to ask me questions. Again, I'll put it out there. I would love to go live so someone can have a real live session on live, or we can record it to make sure we can edit certain things to be respectful to the individuals for their length of comfortability. But just so you all can see how we are all together in this world of going through different parts of our journey. Some meet there in other parts than others. Some people experience the same type of energy just in different ways, but yet still needs the same outcome to some level. So we're here to fellowship, to learn from each other and grow with each other. Again, I thank you for your time. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, share with someone else, start a conversation with someone else on this topic or whatever. So happy dreaming. I will put that link in the in the description below. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. Stay blessed, stay awesome. And I'll end with this. Spirit, we come to you today. Thank you for opening our minds and our ears and our ways. You delivered a message to us that we needed to have for today. And for those that it resonate, may it uncover and may you show them how to get over the obstacles and challenges that are in relation to this topic in their lives. We thank you for that. And for those that it did not resonate with them, but may it be stored for when the information is needed and they can take it and consume it as they need it. And if it doesn't fully resonate with them, may they be able to be able to let it go. But if anything bothered or triggered them, may they be bold and brave enough to go forth and understand what's going on. Ask themselves the real question and give them the understanding, and may they trust what they hear, because you live within inside each of us carrying out this experience. So help us refine our experiment as we experience this lifetime. We thank you wholeheartedly, and I thank you. May the force be with you. May you be great. May you be well. Ashe.